I think this stream should have good quality and everything. Okay, this is a test. It's the first stream, so let's just let's take a look at this video. Everything's gambling now. Like, I feel like that's kind of true, right? Let's see.
Welcome to Las Vegas, the fastest growing tourist destination.
Las Vegas? Oh no. Da 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 da.
Easy money. 2 words to make even the most monk-like among us salivate with greed.
Yeah?
Who doesn't want a free ticket for the gravy train
Let's
when
look
it's
at the
about to
cows.
plow through a few cash cows and golden geese before stopping in at Easy Street
True, true. I
Station?
want free money. Who doesn't?
But for every gold rush, there are 50 fire sales. For every miracle cure, there are several thousand gallons of snake oil waiting to get glugged.
You know, that's true too.
And for every scammer, swindler, and silver-tongued charlatan, there are an army of
Silver-tongued
rubes,
charlatan?
dupes, and dum-dums who are willing to buy their
Okay, that is
magic
absolutely true.
beans.
Wait, hold on. I just gotta say, like, I really don't gamble like at all, right? And I mean, to be honest, I know people who do, like my coworkers and stuff, but they're like all like older, right? I don't know if do younger people gamble a lot. I don't have like a lot of like, because I'm thinking of sports betting, right? I don't know if I have a lot of friends who sports bet. I don't think so. I really don't.
Of course, today you aren't going to flim-flam.
Also, wait, okay. Why is the lamp say lamp? I've never seen this guy's videos before. But like, what is that? Lamp? That's just really funny. Also, apparently I'm horrified.
Too many
Just keep going.
pigeons with a game of free card Monty. And this is good news for lazy, cat-handed individuals like myself, however, as the modern con requires substantially less effort and only enough dexterity to operate a smartphone. As Western economies become
That's
more
true.
digital and less physical,
It's easier to
they have
gamble.
started to run on video game logic.
What?
Morons really do be getting rich by investing in Fartcoin.
That is true.
Dubai-dwelling dropshippers are generating generational wealth, while
Okay, I feel like dropshippers aren't actually generating money. I looked into it because I was like, I would always get those YouTube ads, you know? But it didn't really seem like actually profitable. So like, because you can go on Amazon and see like the price of items, right? And how many are sold in a certain period of time. And sure, you can buy like, 10,000 toy boats from Alibaba and sell them on Amazon. But logistically selling them on Amazon, like you have to pay for the storage space at Amazon. Plus you have to like pay their $40 a month subscription fee for them to ship it for you and everything. Like it's, well, and then like you don't have it delivered to you, right? You have it delivered directly there. But then it doesn't, it's really too complicated. I don't think it's actually profitable. Maybe I'm wrong.
arbitrage monkeys turn latency into Lambos.
Latency at Lambos.
The best modern cons are automated, systematic, algorithmic.
It's true.
They don't target a
It's more
single
efficient.
high-worth individual, they ensnare thousands simultaneously.
Okay.
Logic and the laws of financial physics are now optional. So why work a normal job when you can wall clip your way into the treasure room instead?
Well, clip your way into the treasure room. Wait, that's insane. Hold on, can my model chill out? What is wrong with me? I'm sorry, I gotta fix this. This is diabolical. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm not toggling those things, by the way. It's automatic. Sorry to interrupt everything. Okay, give me a second. Gotta climb up back from underneath the desk here. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. It's tough down here. Oh, all right. There we go. Gotta shake it off. Okay. We're good. Don't mind me.
In Slop World, the
Slop
infinite
World.
money glitch isn't just real, it might be the only game in town.
Okay. What is this intro? Whoa. Animated by Richard Perry? This is sick. Ouch. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Ow. Wait, okay, that is actually sick. Like, that just like brought back childhood memories for me. Like, I don't know if any of you guys played like Lego Racers or anything, but it had like an intro kind of like that. That's like such a sick animation thing. Is that literally just for the video, or is that like actually Is this like an anime? Like, what is that? That was so sick. That was just
In 1940,
that was just some random animation intro. Like that was awesome. I mean, I don't know. I thought it was
David
cool.
W. Maurer
If anyone was here, I would ask you, but no, it's here.
published The Big Con.
The big
If you
con.
wanted to know how every scam and scheme in the book worked, well, this is that book.
Okay.
After spending years in the company of real con men, Maurer learned the secrets of their trade,
Oh, that's scary.
along with the steadfast rules that any budding scam artist should take note of.
Mm-hmm.
The most famous being, you can't con an honest man.
Why?
Basically, if you want to
Why?
scam someone, the best way to get them on board is to convince them that they are scamming someone else.
Oh.
Or getting in on some other kind of underhanded shortcut. The best targets then
Interesting.
are wannabe scam artists themselves, but the ones who lack the imagination or agency
Yeah,
to
okay.
arrange their own little
That makes total
swindle.
sense. Total sense. Absolute, like, right? Like, I feel like, I don't know, I have some friends who like, they want to start a bunch of business and stuff, but they don't really know how. So they kind of just, like, steal ideas from other people. And none of their stuff ever works out. But, yeah, I feel like it's 100% true.
One brilliant turn-of-the-century scam was known as the Fight Store. Simple
The
in its
what?
concept, but incredibly complex in
The
its
what?
execution. Fight Store.
Bite
One
store?
brilliant turn-of-the-century scam
Huh?
was known as the Fight Store.
Fight store.
Simple in its
Okay.
concept, but incredibly complex in its execution.
Oh, I could have just waited 2 seconds. Okay.
First, you find your mark. A wealthy man who likes to gamble.
Mm-hmm.
You gain his trust over an afternoon, and then you take him to an underground illegal boxing ring, the titular Fight Store.
Oh, that makes
Your
sense.
mark, however,
And you
is
just have rigged
completely
fights.
unaware that everyone there is a plant, from the fighters to the bookies to the audience.
Wow.
But it looks like a real venue and a real market for bets.
Okay, but like, okay, nowadays you can't do that because nowadays you don't even have enough money to buy a fake venue or anything. So like, and what are you gonna do? Have some fight in a park? How does this translate to today? Am I crazy?
There you tell him there will be a fixed fight occurring here in a week or so. What's
Okay.
more, fights in this gym are always fixed. But here's the twist. You're out to scam the owner of the gym by fixing a fight to end in a different way to how the owner expects it to.
Okay.
But you need someone unknown to the operator to lay the bet for you to avoid suspicion. Now for the clever bit.
Hold on. Wait, I want to make sure I understand this.
How the owner expects it to. But you need someone unknown
He
to the
places
operator
the
to
bet.
lay the bet for you to avoid suspicion.
For me on the
Now
rigged
for the
fight.
clever
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense.
You tell your mark he'll be betting with your money, and he'll get to keep a fraction of the winnings for himself. This gives him a sense of security. How can this be a scam if you don't want his money?
Yeah.
You might even take him to a preliminary fixed fight, giving him an early win with your own cash to really convince him.
Makes sense.
Now that your rube gets how it works, you send him away. In preparation for the big night, you give him enough time to withdraw, borrow, or steal whatever money he can come up with.
Yeah.
On the night of the staged illegal fight,
Comes with a
your
bunch.
rube places his bets through your stooge. The fight then goes ahead, but it doesn't go as planned. You and your collaborators stage a twist. The fighter that was meant to win takes a surprisingly hard punch and
Yeah.
starts bleeding from his mouth, having bitten down on a cackle bladder, a lozenge
cackle
filled
bladder?
with chicken blood.
Oh yeah,
He
okay.
falls to the ground, completely limp. The whole store erupts in staged chaos as a fake doctor enters the ring to
Oh.
announce that the fighter has been killed.
Oh.
The panic then reaches an apex. The shills shout about the cops and what it might mean to be caught at an illegal fight with a corpse.
Oh.
Everyone makes for the exit, even leaving behind winning receipts. But all of this
That's really clever,
is
though.
just theatre to make sure the rube leaves without making a
Did people actually used to do that? Like, that's insane. People are genuinely like super smart. Like, that's like diabolically intelligent. You know what I mean? Like, wow. I feel like I would probably fall for that like once. You know what I mean? Like, that's so cool.
scene. Once he's out the door, the store packs down and the money is distributed among all the players who starred in this elaborate, dramatic production for an unknowing audience of one.
Wow.
Of course, today, the scams aren't as slick.
Right.
Because they
Okay.
don't have to be.
Really?
You don't need a cast of extras just to fool one rich guy.
What's scamming us now?
Today, it's normally the other way around. One pretty rich guy scamming a stadium of stupids through their phone screens.
Okay.
But what if you could bet on real events that you control the outcome of? Because maybe you can.
How?
There's a new scam in town that I like to call the prediction market shuffle.
Yeah, okay. There's a bunch of that. Yep. Super familiar with that, right? Who doesn't know what this stuff is?
Polymarket and Kalshi. Welcome to the brave new world of betting on shit.
Yeah,
These
anything.
platforms are prediction markets, and while they are similar to casinos, they work very differently. There are no games of chance on Polymarket, no flashing lights or seniors pissing themselves in front of spinning cherries. It's just real-world events you can bet on, with odds based on what everyone else thinks is going to happen.
Right.
As long as you can boil it down to a yay or nay outcome. In an online casino, you are betting against the house. On prediction markets, you are only betting against the people who think you're wrong.
True.
The platforms themselves don't make any money if you lose, but they do take a tiny, tasty
fee,
fee
sure,
for
right.
every individual bet.
It's them with money.
Intercontinental Exchange, the owner of the New York Stock Exchange, is getting into prediction markets.
$2 billion?
The company said on Tuesday it will invest as much as $2 billion
That's
in
insane.
Polymarket, a platform that allows...
Wait, okay, you know, this just reminds me, like the other day, like I used the Apple Webull, right, to trade some stock. Not a lot, like $300. But, yeah, I just sold some NVIDIA. But, like, on Webull, I saw prediction stuff. Like, you could buy predictions on there. And it was insane, because it's like, this is a stock market app. And then they're literally putting, like, gambling into it. Isn't that so weird? Like, how is that legal?
users to profit from predicting outcomes
It's
across
not.
topics, ranging from sports and entertainment to politics and the economy.
For a long time, prediction markets were a regulatory nightmare. But in 2018, everything started to change. The Supreme Court struck down the Professional and Amateur Sports Protection Act of 1992, allowing states to legalize sports betting, and since then, 39 states, along with Washington, D.C. and Puerto Rico, have done just that.
That's a lot.
This opened the regulatory floodgates for all kinds of gambling. If you can bet on the outcome of sports, why not politics, box office takings, or whether
Anything.
Trump will say tampon during his election campaign?
Okay.
He did, and with 14-fold returns on the affirmative,
Wow.
was a big win
good money.
for Polymarket tampon truthers.
He signed a bill. He wants tampons.
What other words could you bet on? That's just really silly. Like, I don't know. See, if I actually had friends, I would just imagine it would be the funniest thing to, like, each of you get to bet on, like, one word and then just listen to the speech and see who wins the most. That'd be so funny.
Kalshi was founded in 2018
But there's a really cool edit, too. Man, this guy's good at editing.
and won approval to start trading in 2020. Polymarket arrived that same year as the first crypto prediction market.
Oh.
But both platforms have had to fight tooth and nail with government regulators to keep the pixels
Sure.
on.
It's time for the hot topic of the hour. The CEO of Polymarket, New York City home, raided by the FBI yesterday.
After a few costly court battles and one FBI raid, it looks like Polymarket is going to be accessible for the foreseeable.
Wow.
And that's great if you're a high-agency, risk-tolerant hombre who likes money. Because betting on real-life happenings in the real world presents a tantalizing opportunity.
Wait, you're still gonna lose, right?
I don't know if you know this, but you live in the real world. So if you're
Whoa.
determined enough, you have...
Guys, I'm real. I'm real. Leo Perhart. I'm real.
have some influence over how these events play out.
Okay.
Now, if you have a flagrant disregard for human life and have a steady shooting hand,
Mm-hmm.
you could exploit Polymarket's assassination glitch.
Oh.
Any market that's based on an individual fulfilling a specific action is also, technically, a bet on whether they'll die or not in the same time frame they're given to complete the act.
I
For
see.
example, whoever killed outsider Colombian presidential candidate Miguel Uribe could have got themselves a little bonus by betting against him securing the presidency before they shot him.
True.
His presidential market was marked as resolved when he
But I mean, how much money could you actually make off of that? I mean, come on, right? There can't be that much. And you're going to get caught so easily. There's no way there's no way. Come on.
died on the 11th of August. But this assassination glitch has a glaring structural flaw when you actually apply it to contemporary prediction markets.
What's that?
You see, you'd need to target a high-profile figure, so the volume on their market is high enough
Sure,
to make
exactly.
the risk of killing them worth it.
Right.
But the higher profile your target is, the higher the likelihood that the prediction market will cave to public pressure and void the market altogether in the event of his or her death.
Mm-hmm.
A Kalshi market on whether Charlie Kirk would run for political office by 2029
Oof.
was voided in the aftermath of his
Yeah,
assassination,
okay, see, there you go.
with all bettors refunded. So while the assassination glitch might seem appealing
It's
in
patched.
its morbid simplicity,
But it's patched.
it's actually not as airtight as it seems. If you want to do some real prediction market manipulation, you'll need to wait for a market to open on a high-profile event that you can influence without blasting fools. And if you
Okay.
think that seems difficult, someone may have already done it.
Oh. Wait, really? This one?
By Maya Caldwell. Something flies on the court, actually, from the crowd.
This
On
was
July 29th,
this was fake.
2025, a WNBA game was rudely interrupted by a lime green sex toy being thrown onto the court.
Okay.
Huh.
Inappropriate. Get him out of here, whoever it is.
Get him out of here, guys.
A 23-year-old man named Delbert Carver was arrested for the incident.
Sure.
A textbook case study in
But I mean, come on. I don't. He surely didn't get prison time for that, right? I mean, come on.
Freudian castration anxiety. Sometimes a cigar isn't a cigar. It's a plastic dismembered penis, symbolizing your feelings of emasculation when confronted with the success of talented female athletes.
Right.
Then again, I don't really blame Delbert. I blame whoever named him Delbert. Anyway,
That's not that
he
bad
did
of a
what
name,
he
is it?
did.
That's kind of a cool name. Like Gilbert. You know, Gilbert's a cool name too. You know, because it's like Bert, but you're also Gil. Like this guy's Bert, but he's also Del. That's cool. What?
Simply for the hate of the game, and, as he said, to go viral. In which case, consider this a half-court dagger, Delbert. You did it. But it was his copycat dick tossers who may have had different goals in mind.
Ooh, okay. But you're saying his was authentic, and these other ones were people making money.
A second piece of silicon hit the maple on August 1st during a Sky versus Valkyries game, after which a Polymarket bet was opened on
Whoa.
whether another sex toy would
183k volume. Wait, this is totally like you could totally literally just do this yourself, or get your friend to go do it. You're scamming up like a whole bunch. Like think about that. Think about that. You're farming.
reach a WNBA
This is genuinely like I played Grand Theft Auto 5. This is like a money glitch, right?
court between August 4th and August 10th. Later that very day, two separate phallus-flinging incidents occurred, with spookily similar outcomes. 18-year-old Caden Lopez tossed one out during a game in Phoenix, but he failed to penetrate the borders of the court, something he was no doubt used to. Instead, he hit
Rip.
two spectators, including a 9-year-old girl.
Oof.
I mean, it's putting people in danger.
Yeah.
Whether we want to, discuss that or not. These are athletes who are running, they're cutting, they're
Yeah.
jumping. Exactly right.
And
It's
very-
Wait, okay, so you're saying, like, I can make like $20,000. All I have to do is just get arrested. Literally, they must have fixed this by now, right?
appropriate
And
more than
very
anything.
unhygienic.
That same day, Charles Burgess of Ohio was arrested at a New York Liberty game. He missed his shot too, hitting a 12-year-old girl.
How?
Both men demonstrating their
Hold
shot.
on. do people bring their? Why do people bring their kids to like basketball games? Like is a 9-year-old really gonna like pay attention? Like, you know, I don't have kids or anything, right? But I feel like a 9-year-old isn't gonna care about a basketball game. But the 9-year-old wants to go outside and run around, right? Or play like something on their phone or something, right?
Body free throw ability and general dicklessness in very literal fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Polymarket was capitalizing on the publicity, opening dildo dailies for customers to bet on the individual day when the next successful toss might occur.
Interesting.
Back on the original market, odds had risen considerably to favor a third successful shot.
Sure.
And by August 6th, the market was resolved when a third fake dick landed center court during an Indiana Fever and Los Angeles Sparks game.
It was late in the second quarter when
insane.
the optic lands near Fever player Sophie Cunningham. The ref quickly stopped play, and LA's Kelsey Plum kicked it off the court.
The tosser was never apprehended.
Hey.
The speculation was rampant on Polymarket that he was among the site's prolific gamblers and commentators.
Yeah.
After this, another market was opened based on whether another incident would occur before Friday.
They're literally farming
it.
it.
Reached nearly $500,000 in volume.
Wow.
It was again resolved when a purple dildo hit the court at a Chicago Sky game against Atlanta Dream.
Okay, guys. I mean, come on. This is where it's like I wish I had like a bunch of like friends, like in high school I had a bunch of friends who would just like do silly stuff, right? If I asked them to do this, they would totally do it. You know what I mean? So like, oh man, I didn't realize this you could do this. Literally, you're farming money. Isn't that insane? Like, surely you'll get arrested, right? At some point. Because like people, I know they arrested actual players who like threw their games and stuff, but like for this, maybe not, right? Because it's too small. I don't know.
Prediction markets
That's
are
insane.
creating decentralized incentives to mess with reality.
Yeah.
And I think the great dildo drop of 2025 may only be the first of many.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
So, to win big money at slots, does that mean you have to bet big money?
No.
For just $3, you can win millions.
$3. Is this gonna go to $1 million? These were dollar coins? Oh, he lost.
At the turn of the century, America had a problem. Bucket shops.
Bucket
Bootstrap
shops?
betting parlors that allowed people to gamble on the price of stocks or commodities.
Whoa.
Unlike the actual stock market,
Yeah, why would you do that?
bucket shop brokers didn't actually buy stocks for you. Your cash just went into their metaphorical bucket.
Oh.
Clients were simply play acting as stock market investors, betting on the prices being called out from the stock ticker
Who
machines
would
on
do
site.
this?
The bucket shops played the bank, acting as a casino that
Okay, but in the old days too, what, they're gonna just fake the stock numbers, right?
punters were betting against. But just like a regular casino, the house always had the upper hand. Operators held structural advantages through the fees they charged, and at their peak, through small-scale market manipulation.
Yeah. Okay.
While individual bucket shops were tiny, there were hundreds of them across the US, and they spoke
That's
to one another.
gross.
Setting up in basements or in the lobbies of hotels, collectively, they processed an enormous volume of trades, eventually exceeding the volume on legitimate exchanges.
That's insane. I really didn't know anything about any of this at all. That's awesome. I really appreciate the fact. Oh, I guess Case can't see it. Hold on. Like, oh wait, can I do this? I just want to show you the like he puts the source at the bottom of the video, and that's like really cool. Wow.
By 1905, it was estimated that bucket shop volume was double or even triple that of the official New York Stock Exchange.
That's insane.
Unsurprisingly, the market to make pretend you were a Wall Street fat cat was fatter than the Wall Street guys themselves. This all came to a head during the stock market panic of 1907, a devastating but largely forgotten stock market crash that we should all unforget pronto.
Okay.
After a widely publicized but failed attempt to corner the stock of the United Copper Company by a pair of high-wealth individuals, confidence in several banks and trusts collapsed. Trusts at this time basically were banks, but they were not as regulated, basically.
Weird. Okay.
This run on the banks led to a 50% stock market crash, while businesses went under and unemployment rose significantly. The bucket shops may not have been the direct cause, but they magnified the panic, spreading the speculative fallout among investors large and small.
I guess that makes sense.
As no central bank existed at the time, JP Morgan himself personally stepped in to organize rescue packages,
Whoa.
encouraging other fat cats
Look at
to
him.
inject liquidity into failing institutions. And public outrage was sufficient that the government finally cracked down on
Look, they're angry
bucket
at it.
shops. By the 1920s, they were largely extinct. But bucket shop logic
crazy.
persisted.
Of course.
And our modern digital economy has kicked the bucket shop back into all our lives.
Come on, it's not Robinhood, is it?
We are living through a bizarre period where the most brazenly scummy speculative practices are getting legitimized and rewarded with barely any consequences. And the actions of Robinhood and their founder Vlad Tenev are the best possible case study for this.
There's no way.
The company started as an app to democratize legitimate stock market investments.
Yeah.
But not unlike bucket shops, it brought the stock market to the average schmo.
What's wrong with that?
Fast forward a few decades and two separate meme stock hysterias, and you arrive at the company's to catch a token keynote address from June of this year. Clad in a pinstriped white suit, Vlad took to the stage to announce Robinhood's arrival in Europe.
What's wrong with that?
Right.
Is that bad?
Welcome to the French Riviera and the historic Chateau de la Croix des Gardes.
I don't know what that is, man.
With all of the aesthetics of a Dubai bro Diddy party,
Yeah.
with the lubed up barely legals swapped out for limp dick lanyard bearers. All of whom were fanning themselves silly throughout Vlad's presentation.
That's really
cooking
funny.
in the shadeless garden of his rented chateau.
Just put a tent up.
But Robin Hood's European debut wasn't the company's pièce de résistance, because Vlad had another trick stowed in his
What does piece de résistance even mean? I don't know French.
carry-on.
There's no one here knows either.
You may have been wondering what this awesome briefcase that I walked in with was for.
Has money? Has a phone? A
Well,
laptop?
I'm holding in my hands
What?
right now the keys to the first ever stock tokens for OpenAI.
What? Stock tokens?
And not just OpenAI, but also SpaceX. SpaceX is in here too.
Okay.
If you download the Robinhood EU app, which we gave you ample warning to do,
I think he's
you're
sweating.
about to figure out why we gave you that warning. I'd like to transfer these tokens to you and give you exposure to two of the most valuable private companies in the world right now.
Okay.
We'll give you a week to onboard, then we're going to release all the tokens. So, as long as you're a Robinhood EU customer, you'll be able to claim what we believe are the world's first OpenAI and SpaceX private stock tokens on a decentralized blockchain.
That's right.
Kind of weird.
Private stock tokens on a decentralized blockchain. Which might sound like word salad with horse crap croutons to most people, but unfortunately I am fluent in crypto, bro, so allow me to translate.
Please.
What he's saying is that you can sort of, kind of, invest in companies that aren't listed on the stock market. Hyped up tech giants like SpaceX or OpenAI. Which sounds
How's that
too good
legal?
to be true. Because it is.
Right.
What Vlad is actually selling is a crypto-wrapped side bet that is based on some other guy's actual stake in the actual company.
Okay, so wait, it's just a coin, and the coin's value is based on the stock.
This real piece of the company, well, not real, but like legitimate piece, is held in a special purpose vehicle, or SPV, which is basically just a Lithuanian shell company that doesn't do anything other than secure this business chunk.
Oh, that's
this
gross.
immaterial business nugget is held in Lithuania. Not literally, just legally. Vlad didn't fly a piece of SpaceX to...
That's insane. So you could just create a company, and the company's job is to basically, like, take the value of a cryptocurrency and equate it to some other real company in an abstract way to like Wow, that's insane. Genuinely, they're so smart.
Illness in his special little suitcase, but what he does do is sell blockchain-based tokens based on the value of that asset. So this gives Robinhood's European users the opportunity to gamble on its price and pretend like they're Silicon Valley big boys.
Yeah.
There it is. There's the wallet. And you can see in there that we've got our OpenAI and SpaceX shares.
Wow.
So let's see. Let's go to OpenAI right here. And I'm going to send them all to Robinhood Europe for your later disbursement. Shall I?
Yeah, why not? Send 1 million.
Okay, let's see. There we go. 1 million, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, why not?
And this is the whole reason that the event took place in Europe in the first place.
Weird.
Because if Robinhood sold these monopoly money tokens in America, the SEC would tear Vlad a new fart coin.
That's really funny.
OpenAI released a public statement disowning their stunt, while the Bank of Lithuania has launched a formal inquiry into its actual legality.
Yeah. Because like it's not actually the value of the company. It's the value that's approximated. And the only it's the crypto coin. That's insane.
The whole idea is obviously just horse shit squared. But despite all of this,
how many people bought it?
In the immediate aftermath of Vlad's little garden
How many
party, Robinhood's stock has surged by
Wow.
over 150%.
What?
Probably adding an extra $5 billion to Vlad's personal net worth. Vlad has just opened a brand new bucket shop and is benefiting brilliantly from it.
We have the technology built to tokenize exposure to private markets, make them accessible on-chain and off-chain to everyone.
Now you might say, this doesn't make any sense. He hasn't made anything real or new.
Right.
Why are investors flocking to him?
'Cause it's-
Robinhood didn't invent
that's a good
blockchains,
question.
tokenization, or even SPVs. But according to the real stock market, Vlad is making all the right
Yeah,
moves.
because people are buying it.
Because the modern stock market rewards speculation over creation.
Huh.
Investors are just reacting to their own new opportunity. Robinhood has found a way to marry traditional stock trading with cryptocurrency, producing an unholy betting baby. The real investors are buying real Robinhood stock with the knowledge that bucket shops are almost always a profitable enterprise.
Wow.
You don't get rich by going to the casino, you get rich by owning it.
Yep.
California's first gold rush millionaire didn't make his fortune by digging. He was the store owner who sold all the other suckers their shovels. But let's take a moment to talk about a different kind of investment.
Okay.
Because while everyone else is chasing short-term wins, we're losing something that's worth more than any stock.
What's that?
That's why I want to tell you about my friends at Planet Wild.
Whoa.
They are a community-based nature protection organization with 14,000 members already
a lot of people.
involved. Their community funds a new project every month to protect
Whoa, look
endangered
at the bird.
species, protect oceans, and
Whoa.
revive forests.
Cool.
Think of it like crowdfunding for nature. It's amazing to see what people can achieve together if they pool their resources.
Do I get a charitable
That's why
donation?
I'm a Planet Wild member, because their projects genuinely give me hope. They document all their work in video reports that you can find right here on YouTube, so we, the community,
Can I write it
see
off on
how
my
their
taxes?
contributions help protect the planet. In one of their recent projects, they fought ocean plastic
Ew, look at
pollution.
that.
Every year, 570,000 tons of
disgusting.
plastic enters the Mediterranean Sea.
From who?
So in Albania, Planet Wild helped build a recycling plant and used a repurposed weed harvester boat to catch plastic before it reached the sea.
Whoa, that's a lot of work.
These are real projects taking place in the real world, making a material difference.
Cool.
If you want to have an impact on nature and see the impact with your own eyes, consider becoming a Planet Wild member too.
That's awesome.
You can give whatever amount feels right for you, because every dollar counts in nature protection. The first 100 people to use my code, Ordinary10, will
Ordinary
get their
10?
first month paid for by me. So scan
Hey.
this QR code or click the link in the description, because there's no catch. You can cancel anytime.
Anytime. And the kid's a big loser.
With gambling being
He
legalized
doesn't
in
win
so many
anything.
different states, it's no wonder that everyone wants to visit the ultimate gambling mecca. Las Vegas.
Is that why nobody goes there anymore? Because you just gamble from home now?
There's this old story about a gambler, and
Okay.
it's been told a million times. The earliest version I could find for this video comes from an anecdote
What story?
recounted in an edition of the Kansas City Star from 1894. A captain leaves his boat and goes uptown, while the vessel is taking on some freight.
Okay.
Hours later, the first mate finds the drunken captain at a game table, losing steadily at a game of faro.
Pharaoh.
The mate
I don't
comes
know
up
what
to
game that
him,
is.
taps him on the shoulder and whispers, "Captain, don't you know the game is rigged?" But the captain just sighs and rebukes him. "I know that, but it's the only game in town." He continues to play into the early hours of the morning until he's completely broke.
Yeah.
Other
Understandable.
versions of the story have it take place at an old west town or replace the first mate with a worried ghost.
A ghost?
Some more contemporary versions have it happen to Canada Bill, a
Ooh.
legendary 19th century grifter and card player.
No idea.
The real origin of the tale is lost to time. Largely, I think, because the story probably doesn't have a single
What's the point? You don't gamble on a rigged game? Is that it? Okay. Fair enough.
point of origin, as it's universal to all gamblers. The punchline bridges the gap between dice rollers and those who try in vain to make sense of their self-destructive impulses. For them, it's never about the profits. It's about the thrill, the company,
That's true.
and the intoxicating illusion of possibility that all games of chance let us borrow.
Very true,
for
very
that
true.
brief window when the game is on. It is the ecstasy of maybe. Gambling is now more popular than it ever has been in America.
Red 19! Boom! DraftKings casinos combining two things I love.
Isn't that
Thanks
gross?
almost entirely to the legalization of online sports betting.
Awful.
Now, most people who gamble can do so without betting this month's rent.
Mhm.
But pathological and so-called professional gamblers are a different story. In one survey, over 20% of 18 to 34-year-olds
Whoa.
said they knew someone with an online sports betting problem. These
Okay.
young men overwhelmingly represent the
That's
profit
true.
center for companies like FanDuel and DraftKings, who control 7
That's Gen Z, guys. That's crazy. I mean, to be honest, let's see. Let's say I know one person, and then I know two people directly. That's pretty bad, isn't it? In that age range.
25% of the American sports betting market. A 2024 working paper found a state's legalization of online sports betting correlated with a 25 to 30% increase in bankruptcies, lower
Ooh.
credit scores, and higher levels of debt collection.
That's insane.
The gamblification of the American economy is partly the result of this always open casino
Ew, is
that
that one
shines
AI?
bright on your bedside table. But it goes further than that, as the stock market is falling prey to gamblification too. Apps like Robinhood and crypto culture as a whole have blurred the lines between investment and entertainment,
True.
which in turn has made the line between investment and gambling blurrier still. Today, we can all visit the bucket shop anytime we're on the can, convincing ourselves we are all Wall Street fat cats when really we are just strays in the alley fighting over the scraps that have fallen from the windows above. And that's exactly where the real traders upstairs want us, using our mangled pile of limbs and late mortgage payments to soften their fall.
True.
Whatever fall real traders might suffer from their investments, they are cushioned now by a pile of app-enabled, dumb money yokels who make their investments based on TikTok memes. Online retail
It's kinda
traders
true.
enter into bubbles late and exit at lows.
Like, I mean, okay. I feel like maybe it's a little harsh and unfair on that, right? Because it's like, I don't know. Are they like, I mean, I'm debating it, right? Because it's like the crypto guy in Europe. Like, that's pretty blatant. Like, right? Like, I feel like he knows what he's doing, you know? But on the other hand, is every, like, I don't know, CEO of one of these companies doing it on purpose? Like, are they? I feel like they're not. I don't know. I mean, probably. Yeah.
Effectively
I guess.
subsidizing professionals who know how to time their exits.
Mm-hmm.
Retail trading is here to stay. As such, the bucket shop is now open 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Well, I was out walking in the summer heat. Thought I stopped by 7-Eleven and
Who is this guy?
Thought of a couple more things I want to tell you about the slots. The slots.
This guy's just... It's in every commercial. What? The Miracle Monk
This
scam.
is Zhang Yingyu's Book of Swindles,
Huh?
a collection of stories written during the early 15th century in China.
Oh.
It is one of the earliest surviving texts that attempts to collate the various scams and schemes that readers should probably watch out for.
Okay.
The late Ming period was a time of great change for China, especially in the southeast where most of these stories take place. Commerce was thriving.
Okay, I just gotta take a second. This video is very excellently well made. This is awesome. Like, the editing on this is crazy. The animation is amazing. The narration, the story, such a good job. Such a good job.
Thanks to the influx of silver carried on Spanish ships from the Americas. This
Right.
boom in trade had created a new class of freshly wealthy merchants who were always on the move and as a result became frequent targets for scammers.
Makes sense.
The Book of Swindles was written for and about these merchants who wanted to stay alert for the grifts that might come their way on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Or on the river. There's a lot of river-based scams in the book.
Interesting.
Many of the scams involve seductive wealthy widows or marriage plots that handily rhyme with contemporary catfishing.
Makes sense.
In one swindle, a fraudulent matchmaker tricks a young man into believing he can set up a marriage between him and a high-class, beautiful woman that they're both observing at a party. But once he receives the dowry, the matchmaker vanishes, and the young man realizes that the woman he was interested in is both married and completely unaware that such a contract negotiation was even occurring.
Oh.
And this works almost identically to modern catfishing,
That's
where
true.
scammers
Very
use
true.
sexy photos of real, unsuspecting people to extract cash for a meeting that will never take place.
There you go. Yeah.
Then there are the miracle monk scam.
It's insane how it still happens today. Isn't that crazy? People really don't learn, do they?
Which prefigure the grifts of modern-day psychics and faith healers.
Oh.
As scheming Buddhist monks crafted elaborate religious ruses to part people with their hard-earned
Really?
ingots.
Even monks?
In one scheme, a rich lumber merchant is approached by a monk soliciting donations for a crumbling temple a few miles away.
Oh.
He makes a big show of being an enigmatic man of religious mystery and asks for a relatively modest sum. The monk refuses to take any money directly, though, imploring the rich man to visit this temple during his travels before he decides how much he really wants to give.
Okay. That seems really good.
When the merchant arrives at the crumbling temple, he is told by the resident monks that they know nothing about any traveling religious mystery man, but subtly guide him towards a deity statue that looks suspiciously like the monk he encountered a few days before.
There's no way. That's genius. That is absolutely genius. I could so easily see how people in the old days would fall for that. He's gonna give everything, right? Because he bet they're God.
After a bit more theatre,
The amount of effort to make a step, that's crazy.
the rich man is convinced that he has encountered the spirit of a real-life deity and happily parts with an even greater sum of silver than the monks tell him is necessary to repair the temple.
Wow.
Unaware, of course, that the temple and the travelling monk they'd sent ahead were in cahoots all along. The best scams are those that leave their victims feeling happy,
Yeah.
either with the belief that they have
Yeah.
contributed to some higher power, or they were just part of some larger mission. Faith healers and psychics sustain long, happy relationships with their victims using the same fraudulent exchange.
Mm-hmm.
And public figures who have cult-like holds on their followers, they benefit from this too. They can rob them blind and still maintain their affection.
Of course.
The safest scams, then, are those where the scammed are so emotionally invested in your narrative that they'll part with their cash with a smile on their face.
Hello, Bitcoiners.
On January
Bitcoiners.
17th, Donald Trump launched a meme coin in his own name.
I mind
It was
Ethereum.
launched with some old-school physical theater, as the president invited crypto industry insiders to a
Big.
ball. Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, and
Whoa.
Soulja
Look
Boy
at 'em.
performed at the recently renovated Andrew W. Mellon Auditorium.
He performed. This is crazy.
Trump himself, though, didn't attend.
Oh.
But just hours before, he announced Trump coin across his socials simultaneously. The coin rocketed in value, ignited by the hype of his re-election and the
Sheesh.
gold-tinted rapper-laden event. But while attendees were no doubt hyping the coin through discussion and posting,
Okay, I gotta say, for Snoop Dogg and whoever the other guy was, that is a trash mixing board. Look at that. How is it so bad? Come on, these are world-class musicians. How do they have such a bad setup?
while attendees were no doubt hyping the coin through discussion
Look
and
at that.
posting, they were merely vultures snapping up what was left of the kill. As the team that was actually behind the coin's release accumulated close to $100 million
Wow.
in trading fees alone.
Ooh.
After Trump's inauguration, the price plummeted by 2/3
course.
and has never recovered.
As they sold, though, the price plummeted. They duped more than 800,000 Americans who collectively lost $2 billion.
Ooh.
Welcome to what experts refer to as a rug pull. When I was a criminal prosecutor, though, we had a different name for this.
What's
it was
that?
corruption.
Now, in the interest of being truthful, there isn't any evidence of a sudden liquidity drain or an abrupt exit. So
Okay.
in the strictest technical definition,
Wait, hold on. Footnote. Okay. Just want to read through this. There have been no credible evidence or records that West Trump's smart contract was manipulated by code designed to steal investor funds directly, while there was notable withdrawal of $4.6 million in USDC and a liquidity pull. It was a partial removal, not complete, sudden drain from the rug pull. It just means it wasn't scummy, though. One version of the footnote could be about there. Just sorry for here. Okay. I'm also sorry, I'm dyslexic. I might have read that wrong. But okay, so they didn't directly rug pull. So where'd the value go? Someone took money, right?
Trump coin doesn't fully fulfill the purest definition of a rug pull. The same cannot be said for the second presidential crypto token release of this year.
Oh.
The president of Argentina just launched a shitcoin.
The president
Wait,
of the
really?
22nd biggest country in the world farmed us.
I'm broke.
Why'd you buy it?
Have a Melee released his own token.
That's insane.
Which skyrocketed and then crashed back down to near zero in a matter of hours. Libra coin was created by Kelsey A. Ventures
Libra?
as part of the Viva la Libertad project. And
Okay.
is it just me or is that name missing an extra R?
How the fuck did I manage to lose so much money yesterday off that Argentina bullshit?
It all started last Friday when Javier Milei posted on X
That's
about
really
the virtual
funny.
Libra coin, saying it will encourage economic growth by funding small businesses and startups.
Ooh.
Man, I don't fucking get it. Why are we allowing these poor-ass countries to just come in here in crypto and straight rug our shit?
They say there are 4 kinds of economy, right? Developing, developed, Japan, and Argentina. And that might well be true, but crypto rug pulls work the same way in Patagonia as they do in Barcelona.
True.
They go up, then they go down,
Yep.
and they take 99% of the bag holders with them.
Mm-hmm.
Shortly after Milei made his post,
Did he say
Libra's
something?
founders, holding 70% of the supply,
Mhm.
cashed out,
Yep.
triggering a 90% crash in the coin's price.
Wow.
Pulling the rug out from under about 74,000 of Captain ANCAP's keenest supporters.
That's
Analysts
awful.
and the suckers who bought it were quick to define this thing as a classic rug pull. Since then, over 100 criminal complaints have been filed against Milei,
But nothing's
alongside
happened? Nothing happened?
impeachment motions. Milei naturally took to media channels to defend himself,
I acted in good faith. Somebody approaches me and proposes to create an instrument to fund projects.
Oh, so
in
he got
Argentina.
scammed.
That's interesting to me.
No, that's the way that's we always spin it, right? They were the victim. You were the victim. I mean, to be fair, a lot of crypto, like I think there was some other crypto coin that I heard about where something similar to this happened. I think it was the Haktua coin, because I don't think she understood it a bit. Then the people approached her knowing that they were going to do this and like stole money, right? He just puts off blame. There you go.
Now, it's true, in wanting to help those Argentines, I was slapped in the face. But did the state lose anything? Nothing.
At the time
That's
of
not
Libra's
true.
launch, he was enjoying sky-high approval ratings. But pulling a rug pull of this magnitude after running on an anti-corruption ticket was, it's a bad look. One excuse his still loyal followers have offered is that he didn't know what he was doing.
There you go.
Which begs that age-old question of politics. What would you prefer? To be led by a corrupt but competent leader, or a village idiot suffering from donkey brain? There is currently no public proof that Milei made any money from the scheme, although investigations are ongoing. But I would say the real winner was 28-year-old Kilsie CEO Hayden Davis.
What happened with Libra, I think there's many things I could say. There's only certain elements that I could control the launch. Definitely things didn't go according to plan.
Yes, according to Hayden, this was an accidental rug pull. One that him and his team intended to straighten out.
Intention is every single dollar I've managed to round up, which I believe is every single dollar that's been collected or from fees or farming or liquidate, anything, I've managed to get back. And my intention is to inject everything back into the Libra chart. And my intention is to do that in the next 24 to 48 hours.
7 months have passed since he made this promise, and yeah, you've probably guessed correctly that no such re-injection has occurred.
Yeah.
But I got to admit,
I used to have crypto mining rigs like that. Look at it. Wait, hold on. Look at it. You can have all the PCIe slots and then all the cards up here. You only have what? That fan, really, you don't really need that. You just put one on your processor. The different PSUs, yeah. Hey, even on a wait, that's a metal frame. I had set up a cheap rig. We had a wood frame. Hey, we made like $40,000 off of it though, and then I used it to pay off my student loan. So now I'm still, net zero. But hey, kind of cool.
Re-injection has occurred. But I got to admit, I have some grudging admiration for Mr. Davis, because he is the true winner of the presidential rug pull.
Oh, sure.
He found a world leader that
There
he
you
could
go.
use as a meat puppet.
There you go.
Then convinced him to take the reputational
Look at that.
fall, and then worked from behind the scenes to secure his own 9-figure bag.
Yep.
All without leaving the arse imprint of his gamer chair. It's hard for me to be too judgmental because, honestly,
Very
my
smart.
feelings of contempt are far outweighed by my feelings of impressedness.
Yes, very.
Impressedness.
Yeah.
These two presidential crypto grifts are the perfect case study in our economy's scamification. Scams have become high status, and getting away with one brazenly are the real proof that your status is unassailable.
Please, don't run away from me. I am the king of a lost world.
What? What is this?
But has President Chainsaw burned through enough of his reputation to exhaust his supply? Since the Libra scandal, every other credible corruption claim is sticking to the president with greater
What is
credibility.
that?
I don't care.
Why is he singing? They're jamming out.
Even so, he was able to fill a stadium with 15,000 adoring suckers in October to
Wow.
watch him scream sing some 1980s rock anthems.
That's crazy.
Like that when it appears. I am free.
This was all part of his book launch, apparently.
Wow. That's
so it looks
awesome.
like the president of Argentina will live to scam another day. And maybe next time, he'll actually make some money for
He's just
himself.
living out his dreams of being a rock star. Ooh, okay. Hyper
Our next
maxing?
hustle is
Hype
something
maxing.
I call the hype maxing money funnel. also known as the Logan Paul pool hustle. This is where you build a brand reputation through outrage and attention bait, and then cash it in.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cluby? Cluey?
So, how old
Excuse me?
Cluey.
Cluely. Man, that was awful to read. It's an awful name.
So, how old did you say you were?
Oh no.
I'm 30. 30 years old.
If you watch the first episode of Slop World, you'll remember Cluely, the company that wants to help you cheat on everything, including first dates.
That's awful.
Now, I've been keeping tabs on Cluely ever since.
Please no.
After they raised
Don't ever do
5
that.
point-
Don't ever do that. That's why. You're just making up your age. That's in the ad. That's insane, isn't it? How? Who's gonna use that? You're not even gonna get a meaningful connection anyway. Just be honest, guys.
$3 million in
Here's some Gen Z dating advice. Just be honest. You don't need AI to date. And do not date AI. It's a whole separate thing we need to watch, huh?
their first seed funding round. They started hiring.
Cluely's hiring, and we just spent $500,000 on the biggest office we could find in the heart of San Francisco.
Our average age is 21, and we're a team of
Ew.
college students and Ivy League
Too young.
believe that
Too young.
People are going to be the ones to change the world.
To prove it,
True.
we're hiring 50 interns this summer. This will be the
That's
most
weird.
competitive internship of your life. Top
Bro, that's just weird. That you're just throwing a party for young people. Ugh.
for the line performance, and we'll be offering pay and insane bonuses to match.
Yep, that's right. The first thing these college rejects did once they got funding was turn their business into a frat house.
Exactly.
I'm sure they're grinding hard, though. Or, if this photo is anything to go by, being ground upon by one very reluctant-looking stripper.
Right.
They have since hired a bunch of overpaid interns, and their main job seems to be to promote the Cluely brand on social media.
It's awful. They don't know how to run this. What?
This is the kind of business that Jake Paul would start if he had no charisma, no muscles, and grew up watching Jake Paul. And yet, all the
That's a
attention
good one.
Cluely has generated has secured them another capital injection. $15 million to be exact.
What? Who?
From A16Z, and that's a significant endorsement from one of the most prominent venture capital
That's
firms on the
insane.
planet.
We know, we independently all have 20 ideas a day that we know will go viral. And this extrapolated out over a year will literally generate 1 billion views a month. And if you're someone who thinks 1 billion views a month is not going to convert to some money, like, bro, you're retarded, bro. Go back to school, bro.
Cluely is securing
Ugh.
cash because they are securing eyeballs. It doesn't matter if their product is garbage or functionally non-existent, as long as it's breaking through to audiences.
That's crazy.
Scroll through Silicon Valley Twitter, you'll find a dozen other AI-themed startups attempting their own version of the hype-maxing money funnel.
Yeah, I bet.
Morning, sunshine. Congrats on actually going to bed early for once.
Oh,
Your
no.
HRV is up.
Oh.
And by the way, Ukraine and Russia finally signed that peace treaty.
What?
Like this one from Natura AI, who come out of the gate with more creepy girlfriend replacement
Yeah.
tech.
You must be excited for today, huh?
I don't know. I'm feeling a bit off, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Oh. It's so just cringy.
Yeah, okay. Oh, does baby need his comfort chatbot?
Also, why is this guy living in a parking garage? What is that ceiling?
I'm okay, mostly. Nothing's wrong exactly.
Maybe you just need an encouraging, ethnically ambiguous fake therapist to calm your nerves.
Something's missing, but I can't put my finger on what.
Things might be feeling too routine,
Whoa.
even if they're going well. Try opening yourself up to new, spontaneous moments.
Or perhaps I can interest you in some frat boy stalker tech from a company called Waves.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the spot.
What? Oh.
That's right, these guys
Oh,
are making
man.
waves with their camera glasses. You know, just like all the ones the real tech companies are making, except these ones can record you without you knowing about it.
Hey.
Hey. Are you recording me?
Jesus, what's next? A
That's weird.
sleeve-concealed drink spiking device?
Tch.
The outrage here is totally intentional. Instead of making a good
Of
or
course.
original product, these startups are making the ads first, in order for them to be...
That's so weird, and it's even weirder that it works. Like, how is that actual value? You know what I think? Like, when I'm thinking about like terms of like a real company, and like generating GDP for like the country, like, how does that actually like do anything? And it can't, right? Okay.
I arrived to this place with...
Hold on.
Okay, hi.
I thought I would be able to just click a button in chat here, but I can't. That's fine. Trying to ban this guy. I can't. Okay, lovely. Thanks, Streamlabs. Can I try this? No, I can't. Okay. That's the one thing I don't like about Streamlabs, huh? Can I do this? Okay. Ignore it.
Shared and retweeted in tech circles on Twitter.
So weird.
Wrong room.
Get the fuck out! That way they can fill their pitch deck with all the stats about how many organic eyeballs they've harvested over the last few months.
And it's a marketing company.
Yeah, we're about to do 6 mil ARR.
Roy Lee actually did this right. He is the perfect case study in the perversion of the attention economy. And he knows it.
Out of the like $20 million you've raised, how much are you going to dedicate that to marketing?
Probably like 19 million.
19 million. What was the other 1 million for?
I don't know, just like a rainy day. We consider ourselves a distribution first company where essentially we like the core thesis is if you can get 1 billion views a month on anything, it does not matter if you're selling fucking perfume or software, people will buy.
In 2025, influencers seem like a surer bet than actual business builders.
That's
Because
crazy.
in an ever digitizing market, hype has become the most valuable commodity on earth.
But that doesn't even make sense, because at some point you just can buy ads, right? So it's not even... How is that even profitable? Like, anyone can do that. Like, if you actually make a correct product, and then actually just buy ads for that, isn't it more effective? It has to be. It has to be.
It's the Elon Musk, Fartcoin, Jake Paul school of success. Nothing is more valuable than attention, even when it's negative. Roy Lee understands this, because he has never lived in a world where online attention wasn't the main currency.
That's true. Coda.
In 1996's Pokemon Blue, if you talk to the old man in Viridian City and then immediately fly to Cinnabar Island and start swimming off its east coast, you'll activate a glitch.
Oh.
A broken Pokemon will appear named Missingo, a
Missingo.
monolithic piece of code that isn't meant to be in the game.
Oh.
Fighting and defeating this glitch will magically multiply the quantity of the 6th item in your bag. And if you store your Master Balls there, the things that allow you to catch any Pokemon with ease, you'll suddenly make the game a lot easier for yourself.
Ooh. I've never played
As a
Pokemon, but
child,
there you go.
this was the first infinite money glitch I ever encountered, and it ruined the game for me. By instantly acquiring what I'd otherwise have to earn, it broke the reward mechanism of the game. I'd exchanged challenge for convenience, and it made the game feel pointless as a result.
True.
My stupid child brain didn't understand I could just ignore the glitch and continue to play as intended. Maybe I tried to do that, I don't remember, but what I do remember is going back to this glitch over and over again whenever the game got hard. This is the thing about easy money. Once you get a taste for it, it can make playing the game honestly feel pointless.
That's true.
Think about a hypothetical first trip to a casino. What's really the worst outcome? You burn through all your cash in an hour, never once feeling like you're winning, and you leave broke, angry, and baffled at the appeal?
Exactly.
Brilliant. You never step foot in a casino again.
A lot of people do
you
that.
Get lucky. You win a couple hands, you buy drinks for all of your friends, and you have the best night of your life.
It's good, right?
You'll be back and not just once.
That's
And
true.
it won't be long before the casino claws back every penny you won that night and then some.
That's a... Okay, that is actually a really good deep lesson, right? But here's the thing. All the people who were like scamming with those coins and stuff, they're still successful. Right? So the scammers still did win. And if that means if I scam, I still win because none of the scammers lost. Right?
The real danger of the promise of easy money isn't losing what little you already have, it's losing the will to earn it honestly. In this progressively digital economy, the risks of building something out in the real world don't seem worth it, because software is promising us a kind of game-breaking instant gratification that the real world cannot.
Okay. I agree with that part. He's gonna lose again. Oh, I lost.
If you've enjoyed this video, please look for my others at a store near you. And remember,
Who is
drive
this
careful.
guy?
The
Who?
life you save may be mine.
Oh, and don't forget to check out Planet Wild. By joining, you'll immediately have an impact on nature.
Okay. Well, thanks. That was an awesome video. What is this? Ordinary Things. Give that a like, man. That's sick. I really like that video. I can't post my own chat. I need to log in. Isn't that awful? I just wanted to drop the link. Not that anybody's here, but just in case. That was an awesome video.